couldn't ask, you couldn't script, and you couldn't dream of a better day for the Miami Dolphins than this game. Yes, they're the Browns, 3-5, and all that, yada, yada, yada. But the one missing link, the key to all the dreams of us Dolphin fans who have been sour and sorrowful and waiting and disappointed, was unlocked today. I'm not speaking in hyperbole. If you've watched me for 2 years now, I've been talking about this very thing. And the beauty of it is I was right in a lot of stuff, and the stuff that I was wrong in, I was happy to be wrong in. It's all coming together. Nothing's written in stone. We know that. NFL is a whiplash league. But in the evaluation to generate the kind of rush yards we did today. Now, Browns have a weak interior, but I don't care because I can see things on film that translate. And when you could put this kind of run game together and have that push-pull, run and look diversity that we had today, anything is possible. We're able to win on the road. We're able to be balanced. We're able to protect our quarterback, have time of possession, and allow this defense time to rest. And then you add in all the passing options and talent. You talk about Tua and his ability to throw with anticipation. We'll get into all that stuff. But the offensive line was the primary reason, with the run defense as the secondary reason for the win today. And with a team that can pass the way we can pass, the formula for greatness is a real thing coming together, and we are on our way. Possibilities are truly there. Only thing that can hold us back at this stage, is the usual. You have a bad game or injuries. But folks, you should be smiling and hopeful, unlike anything you've felt for a long. And I mean, you can go back to the 80s to have this kind of hope if this run game continues. We didn't have a run game in Marino. 1984, Marino's awesome year, was a wonderful thing. But what we're seeing here is a complete team. Still some holes, but oh man, it's really here. Just want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Ace Per Head, and you guys. It's a good day. I want to thank you both. Ace Per Head's betting software is the premier white label platform for bookies to manage their players and grow their sportsbook operation. Click the link in the description below to get set up in minutes. Ask for the Curtis promo and get a special introductory discount. All right, let's take a look. To me, the MVP today is Robert Jones, my man Tehran. And what I got right was Robert Jones is an upgrade over Eichenberg, but he's better at inside zone than zone stretch. And that was my concern. But McDaniel showed himself to be an excellent coach today. I mean, there was some mistakes. You could talk about going for it on the 4th and 1 that didn't get it. And you could talk about that ridiculous reverse with a possible pass to throw that's all fixable. But to understand who Robert Jones is and alter the design or the application of your offense to run through that strength was brilliant and hopeful. And take a look at this film here. Jones is the star of the run game today. Look at that seal block on 93. That pops it open for Wilson to gash it big. Gets inside there, a little double with Tehran, who shoves it off 93. And then Jones just handles him like a man. Look at that. Inside zone run here. Jones isn't a big part of that, but the inside zone was big today. Again, another seal block by Jones, and that could have been a 2-yard gain. Instead, turns it to be a nice little run by the running back to a 5-yard gain. Now look, inside zone here. He seals, but there's an outside pop, and my man Duran with the seal block on the edge. Beautiful inside here. And you can see Jones, he's the centerpiece along with Duran to kind of wall it off for a big first down. Nice, hard-running first down. Again, a double with Duran, and he just uses his power to take control of 93 again, and look at that hole. And I love it. Duran really doesn't stay with them too long. He believes in Jones, and that's a big deal. Look at this. There's another inside zone run, and he just holds his guy off, sets it up, and look at that. That's the pop block, him and Duran. Him and Duran. Again, we get another run in here, and Duran and Jones just seal it. Nice little block by the fullback, and that's a big first down. Robert Jones sprung about 6 or 7 of these runs. We ran more inside zone this game than probably all season. Now, there was a little bit of outside zone. We had a little bit of success, and even Jones on that one play had that outside zone run, but his assignment was a short jump seal block where he moves quickly and seals. And so all this was game planned around his talent, and this guy's ability to run block is excellent when you put him in the framework for his success. We have to see more going on. I'm not going to write a Hall of Fame thing, whatever. But used in the way that we saw it today, along with Connor and Hunt and Shell on the exterior, and my man Duran, I'm going to do a little thing on my man Duran. He nullified Chubb, and he had several big run blocks. This line right here, as long as we can continue this style, this slant on our offense to accentuate Robert Jones' skills, is the offensive line we have to win the championship this year and to be highly successful. I wanted Shell at left guard because I thought we were just going to be running wide zones all the time. But this is even better. When we can run that inside zone and still maintain some level of outside zone attack, the push-pull on the entire field, given how we like to attack the center, we attack the sides, and we attack the verticals with our passing game. We touch every part of the field in our passing game. But now, with the inside zone and the outside zone, we attack every aspect of the field. And because of our massive talent in the receiving game, our running backs who are able to really gash things open when it's there, and a run-blocking offensive line that could be supported by Duran being the anchor and allowing help to spread down the line of scrimmage, and then the movements and the leverage that Waddle and Hill create, helping out, we would say, some poor pass blocking by Shell in certain instances and certain weaknesses on Robert Jones. This offense is fantastic. Truly. We got to see. We can't get any injuries. And, I got to add in some levels of caveats. But unbelievable. Now, I want to tie that in to the run-stopping defense. I said this, that in my little, I did like a podcast on it, and the guys cut up and did a short thing. Sealer and Wilkins, along with the crew, Chubb over there in the corner, who you felt his impact, is able to, A, stop or natural run attacks with your running back at a very high level. Before this last game, we were about the third or fourth best run defense. We were about to be one of the only teams to crack allowing less than 4 yards per carry, and I thought Chubb was going to do that. Fields wrecked that. But we could see here, with this amazing running attack the Cleveland Browns have, without the craziness of the running quarterback, what we can do. And this is a main element to win on the road, to win in the playoffs, to win a championship. You had the run game, the run stop, the passing attack. We are truly in the... And you add 7-3, and likely we're going into the bye and add in certain. I mean, anything can happen, but, if I could bet my life, we're going to beat the Texans 8-3 in that critical last stretch. Now, that critical last stretch has some snares and concerns and all that. No writing checks, but we've entered that period in the best shape that I could dream of and that most fans could dream of. I'll get into all the particulars, the nitty-gritty. I'm very excited to do it this week. I don't have any trepidation at this stage. My trepidation is now gone. Not saying anything's written, but core elements, core concerns have been alleviated by me on many levels. And you can tell, if you've listened to me, I always say, I'm concerned. We are now in a very great situation. Wilson, 119 yards. 119. That's more than we had all year. 7 yards per carry. That's amazing. We're not going to get this every week. There's reasons why we got it against them. But just to get that is unbelievable. And then you add Mostert, 8 for 65, 8.1 yards per carry, 1 touchdown by each running back. This is the formula. Now, Sealer, I had talked about. I'll get back to that in a second. Sealer had a phenomenal game. That fumble, that strip of Chubb was huge. Sealer is unbelievable, and so is Wilkins. He got a lot of talk. Sealer got a lot of talk today by the announcers. Baker, I got to do some film on. I promise to do film. He is getting better. He's not doing the blitzes like he used to, getting that shine. But in a lot of other areas, he has improved his game a little bit. That 3rd down and 1, he shot, and he got that big stop that led to the 4th and 1. And then Kohu came in, and he had that big stop on 4th and 1. The pieces are really here. Now, Kohu got beat on that deep play. I told you I don't like him in man all the time. He doesn't have the long stretch speed. I think that's proving out, but I don't care. We can cover that. And going forward, we can fix all that. He's a player. He had 3 solo tackles and 3 passes defensed on the day. And Bethel stepped up, and he had 5 solo tackles and 2 pass defenses on the day. This defense is good, guys. And Chubb, along with Phillips and Ingram and all the other guys in between, is going to make it a nightmare for teams. They're going to force teams into a one-dimensional look and have to beat them through the air, which they can. You could see X, he just doesn't have the recovery speed at this stage, and he can get beat. But you know what? It's going to take a very, very good day to do that, and you're going to have a hard time running against us. We have a defense that is capable, guys. I know the numbers don't look like they should look, but when you add in a run game and the passing game, that could totally flesh out things. And the way games play out, you have all you need to go as far as you want. Now, Chubb, 3 tackles, 3 quarterback hits, and half a sack. And he's just getting started. That organic pressure that you can get when you bring Chubb, Ingram inside or outside, Phillips inside or outside, and you can have Wilkins or whoever else in this. 4-man pressure is going to free up this defense. They're going to be able to play zone successfully. They're going to be able to do that man-zero blitz look a little bit more. But it will cover us to allow us to play more zone effectively. Huge. I can't even talk about how huge it is without getting too excited. And this is not hyperbole. Okay? Now, Tua, look, you protect this guy, and he could play the game that you want him to play. He throws with unbelievable anticipation. Hill and Waddle are great and all that, but you can see Sherfield being hugely successful. So it's not just the receivers doing it. Tua is doing what I said he could always do. You saw the early one where the free runner comes in, he stops, and he pulls it down, and he scrambles out with a short movement, and he throws a pass, and the fullback takes it in for the touchdown. Tua has the movement skills. He could buy time. He throws with anticipation and accuracy. This guy had 25 for 32, 285, 8.7, I think, a catch, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 0 sacks. He's our guy. I've been saying that for 2 years. You give him the right framework, you got the right framework. Tom Brady won 7 championships under the idea of protect him, create a framework for him to operate so he's not getting beat up all day, and he will win. Tua now has the same thing. He's going to do amazing things. We'll see when he plays the top quarterbacks in the postseason, which is very likely. We only need 2 to 3 games of that last 6. Then we'll get to see the ceiling of this kid. But this floor is so much higher. Going into the season, I said anywhere between, I can see this guy going 15 to 8 range, but he's taken it even a step farther. He's climbed a little bit higher. And he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He's really being helped by his framework. But what he's able to do, very few can do because his release is so fast, anticipation so high, and his short area quickness is excellent. End of story. Let's never hear about this again. Whatever happens, let's not talk about him not being in the future. He is, unless something dramatic happens. But what we got here now is our quarterback of the future. And we've got a coach who can bring in a backup offensive lineman with core talents, but weaknesses, and yet put him in the position and then change things to build off that, because his core talent, when it works with the 4 other guys next to him's core talent, it could create something very good. And the adjustments this week was stupendous. We have it all. The penalties have dropped. We're not as sloppy. This is moving the ball back into McDaniel's court as far as being a guy that we already clearly know he's above average by how he operates and how we see other coaches that are rookies around the league operating. But now that this discipline aspect is looking to be constrained and not be such a glaring issue, and what he did in this game, the way the players feel about him, Tua and McDaniel are looking to be our future. And we have some amazing final 2 months or whatever it is, month and a half, 2 months of the season, and we haven't had that in forever. So here we are, folks. Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. But, man, you hold that thing up to the light, that egg, and you look at the light and you see something beautiful inside. Hopefully it turns out to be everything we want. I feel it's going to be good at the very least. This running game is the final piece, along with this run stop. Have a great day. We can relax. We had a relaxing game. Have a relaxing bye week. We have a relaxing lead up into the Texans game before we get into the stressful last 6 games. This is the best I've felt in as long as I can remember. Curtis saying, have a great day. It's great to be a Phins fan. We're on our way. We have a real shot. Ain't no pipe dreams. Ain't no pipe dreams here. See you soon. Be well. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with aceperhead.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.